Welcome to the Profitable PR Pros community. I'm Jen Burson. I am the founder of Generation PR. We are a full-service PR and social media marketing agency based in Los Angeles. And I am also the founder of the Profitable PR Pros community and the creator of the Agency Accelerator and the Pitch Lab. And I am the host of the Pitching Powerhouse podcast. I wanted to talk today about retainers, how to set up your prices and stick to them, how to price your PR retainer services. This question comes up all the time. And what typically happens when you are just starting out, and if this resonates or you've done this or you are doing this, a lot of people will price their services out of fear, like the fear that the client will leave or go away because the rate is too high, or fear that they look greedy, or fear and maybe imposter syndrome that they don't deserve to make that much, or that it's going to look kind of shocking that maybe a smaller agency or a solo practitioner is asking for that retainer. Excuse me. And I know I did that in the beginning. I was like, well, that sounds really high. Like in your mind, you say, that sounds really high. So you want to discount it, or you want to cut it a little bit, closer to where you think the client can pay, even if you don't have an idea of what their budget is. We talk all about what you need to ask on sales calls. So one of the things is make sure you ask them if they have a budget. A lot of times they will tell you, and it'll be very helpful. So beginners and kind of even experienced PR pros don't know how to set up and price their retainer services, but this is the key to growing your business successfully, scaling, having retainers as your foundation for how you price your services versus project-based versus hourly. That's going to make this opportunity for you to grow and scale and be more profitable and work less. It's going to make that possible. So I want to share how to set up retainers, how to price them, and then answer some FAQs, frequently asked questions that all things PR retainers and pricing. How to make sure your current retainers are profitable. If you have already set rates for your retainers, there's a chance that they are not high enough or scalable. And another question we get asked all the time, should you discount your retainers? And one of the biggest pricing problems I see, even with established PR pros, is that we tend to set our retainer rates a little lower, or we offer discounts to seal the deal with a client. Some instances, we talk about that in Agency Accelerator. I do feel it might make sense, but not for these reasons. Fear of losing the clients. Thinking that you're gonna, like, if you price your services and then you discount it, but you don't take any services away, it seems very arbitrary to the client. So you're going to avoid giving discounts. Once you've set your retainer rates, you need to be confident in them. You are the one in charge of your business. You get to decide how you run your business and what it's going to cost to work with you. So you're the expert. That's why when you niche down, you become more valuable. Don't negotiate. Don't negotiate. There are instances where it makes sense. When it's a client you're desperate to work with, like you love it so much, it's like you want to get into a certain niche and they would be the perfect client to veer you in that direction. It's going to build your reputation, your portfolio, make you look super, super good, and find out their budget, because you may discount your services without even knowing how much their budget is. Find out, and you may not have to discount your services. They might just be so excited to work with you because you're awesome and you won't have to. But if there is one that you want to ensure that the price isn't the thing that keeps them from working with you. If you're the right fit and they love you and you love them, figure it out. You need to figure it out. Maybe cut services. I hate saying that because I like to just be kind of all inclusive for earned media, PR outreach, but cut services or let them know that maybe reporting or calls aren't going to be as, frequent. Something to get the possibility of working with them, but be confident in your pricing. When you have a niche, you're going to be worth whatever you charge based on the value you bring. You're the expert. Don't negotiate. Keep that in mind. Once you've set your rates, be confident in them because you are in charge of your business. It's important that you know your worth and you be selective about who you work with. You need to charge what you're worth in order to grow and scale your agency. And that's one of the very first things that you need to do. You should only make exceptions when something is really aligned with the direction that you want to take your company in, the niches you want to really make a name for yourself. Or if the client can really beef up your portfolio, give you a killer case study, testimonial, and PR results, like if this will allow you access to top tier outlets, maybe in your niche, consider that. And if you want to give a discount to incentivize, it can be a good strategy, but you want to build a discount into your price so that there is a cushion. If you're doing discounts, make sure you still have a consistent monthly fee. Okay, so what I want you to avoid here is pricing that undercuts the value of your service. That would be like sign up for a year and pay for 11 months and you get the 12th for free. You never want to be like, get it for free. It's instead you're offering a percentage off of your per month for longer retainers. So you give a discount if someone books a year retainer instead of a 6-month retainer, and that is spread out equally every month. I don't want you to have to have a month where there's nothing coming in. To me, this is just common sense, but it needs to be mentioned. And then this was a question that came up in our community, and we have the best community anywhere for PR pros online. Helpful, best community. It's called Profitable PR Pros. If you guys are not in there, check it out. So the advice that they gave on offering discounts, Tamarin Tobian, who is fantastic, she's a member of our programs, she said, I only discount for 3 reasons. 1, they're paying everything up front, and I give them a 3 to 5% break. 2, they're bringing me multiple projects. Yes, we have talked about that. We did a live about that maybe a month ago. 3, they've referred me out and that landed me a new client. And in that case, they will get a small referral fee off of their next month's retainer. Nelson is saying it is not a good idea to give discounts. The reason is that clients will then expect you to keep giving it to them, and that is not what you want to do. And there is the risk of looking like you're a budget option. But there is a way to do it, like how Jane does it, where she says, I give a 10% discount if they pay upfront quarterly. That's a great way to do it because it's tied to the prepayment revenue. It's just tied to that decision to pay early, not to the level of service or the fact that she offered something higher and then just agreed to discount it for no reason other than she wanted the client. Bill Byrne, who's also very active in our group, but I don't know that he ever comes on lives, but he said discount a yearly retainer if they pay up front, but not more than 5%, which seems really aligned with what Jane and Tamarin are doing. And then Carrie Watt said, offer the same price, no discount, but do an extra something to get them to commit to 12 months, like an extra mini campaign or something that won't take too long, but has huge value to the client, depending on what they want or need. Create social posts for a few weeks or design a press kit PDF, create their website press area, etc. Yeah, so that's offering an additional value add as an incentive to sign and commit for a year. It's like a gift with purchase or something, right? So there's so much that goes into pricing your retainers.